So you have no idea. If you had any goddamn idea what was good for you, you wouldn't be sitting here, right? I wouldn't have rattled off all that shit from the PSR about you if you knew what was good for you.
Thank you, Your Honor. May it please the court, after discussing this matter with my client and against my advice, my client wishes to waive both his probable cause hearing and his final hearing and enter plea of guilty to the violation, Your Honor.
Is that what you want to do?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, what's your plea to the allegation?
True. Guilty.
All right, I'll accept your guilty plea and find you guilty. Why are you contacting her?
It's bad thinking, bad judgment.
How many times you contact her?
Your Honor, I've talked to her. I sent a letter and I talked to her twice on the phone, and everything was great. I thought everything was great. We were laughing. I was talking to the cats. She was like, "Oh, you guys miss Daddy?" I thought everything was good. I'm like, cool. I'm at Concord. I'm working on myself, getting sober. I'm working on us, and she did not whatsoever tell me not to call. She did not whatsoever.
Well, I told you not to call.
I know, and I know, Your Honor, and I'm very sorry, and it was my stupidness.
And it was more than twice, wasn't it?
What? I talked to her twice on the phone, and I sent a letter.
Okay.
And she not one time told me anything to stop calling. Not one time. That I know you did, and it was. I can't take it back. The only thing I can say was, bad judgment, and I didn't even get out the gate running.
Ms. Knaus, do you have any information on the number of calls?
There was like 18 calls or something.
What do you got?
There's
No,
calls.
I'm talking to Ms. Knaus.
Oh, sorry.
18 while in the jail and 10
Never.
while at Concord Pines. I don't know how many of those there was an actual conversation.
Okay.
I never once talked to her at the jail. Never once. When you told me not to call from the jail, I never once called her.
Whose pins were you using to make calls?
I only use my pins. I don't know anybody else's pins. And I can promise you on my kids' life, I never once called her from the jail when you told me not to. The only time I contacted her was that letter, and the phone calls from Concord. Yes, I called that many times because there was no answer, and I called right back, no answer. So then I called again, and then I've talked to her twice, physically talked to her twice. But from the jail, I never once called her from the jail. She didn't give me no, so hey, stop calling me, Mark. And I know, Your Honor.
That doesn't matter.
I know, and I know. And I messed up. And it's early, yeah, and it's really early. Real early. And I just want to say I'm sorry for not even letting you down, for letting myself down. Because I wanted this so much. I wanted it so much. I fucked myself. Sorry about my language. And now, Neocap is not for me, Your Honor. When I was at JTP, I even talked to the lady that does sponsors for the Neocap that comes in and talks to us. I'm a drug addict. Yeah, drug addicts go down there, but it's not.
Well, were you on drugs when you called her?
No, I was sober. I passed.
Were you on drugs when you wrote her?
No.
Okay,
So it's okay. So I could do.
So you were completely sober and in complete control of your faculties when you called her and wrote her.
And I was alone. You ever been sober and alone and have nobody, Your Honor? And have nobody? Look behind me. There's nobody.
That's
alone.
90%
I'm
of
alone.
the people that come in here.
Yes, and that's why I figured I drink and drug now, because I can't be alone. And that's the problem I got. And no.
What's that got to do with Neocap?
Because Neocap is a lockdown facility, and it's not a fit. I'm telling you, it's not. And I don't want to waste somebody else that has an opportunity that will be a fit for it, that does it. I don't want to waste a bed.
How do you know it's not a fit?
Just the way the lady was talking, because it's too military based. It's too. How they say? How does she word it? Like, it's too formal. It doesn't. I can't apply it to my life while I'm in there, and it's just, I just know it's not a fit, and I don't want to waste a bed, and I don't want to waste your time. And if prison is where I got to go for this, sending a letter and calling her and talking to her,
Well, let's not act like it's no big deal.
It's
okay?
not, it
Okay?
is, it is, it
Because,
is. I let
and
you,
let me tell you why it's a big deal, okay?
because I went against your word, I know this.
Everybody goes against my word. Nobody listens to me. You know? I mean, jeez. Why should you be any different?
Because, because I know better. I'm 41 years old, I know better. That's why I'm different, because I know better.
So we got this thing you got with this Paige McLeod.
I don't know what
Okay.
it is. I just got,
I mean, you got,
she got the best of me, Your Honor.
what?
I think it's because she got the best of me. Because I got out of prison in 2022, I didn't have nothing. She called me up, I didn't even track her down, I was working. I mean, I bought TVs, beds, end tables, I redid the whole apartment, I even got the cat spayed, neutered, all paid for everything, everything, and then,
You got, listen, you got a, let me tell you why it's a big deal that you, are contacting her when you're not supposed to, okay? Because you got an assault in '01, an assault in '02, an assault in '06, a resisting arrest in 10, an assault in 10, an assault in 11,
it's a
an
violent
assault
act.
in 13, a domestic violence in 15, an assault in 15, domestic violence in 15, domestic violence in 17, along with the harassment with a bodily substance, a domestic violence in 20, a domestic violence in 21, a trespass and a habitation in 21, an assault in 23, resisting arrest in 24, aggravated menacing in 24, domestic violence in 24. That's why it's a big deal, because you can't control yourself. And so Paige McLeod has some fear of you. You claim she doesn't because she was nice on the phone, okay? But, listen, she says one thing, you say another, I don't give a shit what either of you say, okay? Based on your record and what you've done, I told you not to have contact with her, and you had contact with her either 3 times or 28 times, okay? Somewhere between 3 and 28, okay? Right after you get out of here. So you don't think, you based on a conversation you have, you don't think Neocap's a good fit for you. You have no idea
No, I
what
don't.
Neocap does, why they do it, what methods they use, okay? You just know it's not a good fit for you. And
That's
prison's a better fit for you.
I wanted to go back to Concord Pines, but I don't know if that's even an option on the table.
It's not an option,
Well,
okay? You screwed that up.
and then I'm basing, the counselors are saying, even the counselors don't even agree with, sometimes with Neocap's.
I don't give a shit what counselors agree with. I don't agree with the goddamn counselors most of the time.
I know.
I don't care what they say. I don't. They have no business telling you, a counselor at Concord Pines, whether you should go to Neocap or not. They have no business telling that to you. And Ms. Canals, if that's happening, would you convey my message to tell them to mind their own goddamn business over there? Okay.
They're not saying.
And do what their job is supposed to be, okay? Not what everybody else's goddamn job is supposed to be. So you have no idea. If you had any goddamn idea what was good for you, you wouldn't be sitting here, right? I wouldn't have rattled off all that shit from the PSR about you if you knew what was good for you. Am I wrong or am I right?
You're right. You're right. I just ask, if you send me to prison, can you just take it, like 3.5 years is a long time.
What do you mean it's a long time?
It's a long time in prison. So I'm just asking if you could take into consideration and just, I got almost, 5 months in already, close to it. Just take it easy if you can, if you will.
Why don't you take it easy?
I know.
Okay.
I
Why don't you
don't
quit-
know how to word it, that's why it sounded like that. I didn't know how to word it, Your Honor.
Okay, you want me to be lenient?
Yes, that's what I meant
Okay.
then, yes.
I want you to stop beating on people and scaring the shit out of people. That's what I want. That's what everybody else wants. You don't seem to want to do that, though.
You know that girl, the last time I was here, when I went down to prison for the 17 months on that domestic, you know, to this day, we still talk, that girl and I? That's what I'm saying, like, these girls.
What does that mean?
I still talk to the girl that, when I went to prison for the 17 months for a domestic, the last time I was here, you remember? Okay, we still talk, we still hang out, she's still part of my family, like, what I did to her was wrong. You know what I'm saying? Some of these girls out there, though, they play the system so well, man, it's ridiculous. They play it so well. Like, if you look, I'm not saying what I did was right. I'm not justifying it. I sent a letter out, I talked to her, and I went against your word.
Why do you think that last one still talks to you?
The last one?
Yeah.
Because we on and off for the last 5.5 years. She still talks to my kids. She still plays the mother role for my children.
So if she's making all that stuff up, why are you still talking to her?
No, I'm saying Paige McLeod. Like, if you look in
No, I'm not talking about McLeod.
You're talking about
I'm talking about you said the last one is
Yes,
still
Elena.
talking to you.
we still talk.
Why are you still talking to her if she was making all that shit up?
She never made that up. That's why I always copped to that one. That's why I didn't want to fight that one. That's why I copped to that one and got 17 months. To this day, I still apologize to her for that. But we still talk.
Then what's wrong with these women who
Because Paige
get
McLeod knows-
assaulted by you and keep talking to you?
No, because Paige McLeod knows I never once put my hands on her. That girl's beat my ass so many times. She's beat my ass in front of the Fairport Church when there's a lady standing outside. I'm thinking the lady's gonna call the cops. No. I never once put my hands on her, never once. Never even thought about it. I just don't go around, like, the fights, the assaults that you're reading off, a lot of them are drunken fights. A lot of them are fist fights when I was, you know what I'm saying?
Maybe your thinking is screwed up,
That's why
right? Maybe that's it.
I know Craig Berry's got a class. What is it, critical, what is it called?
Decision point.
Precision points. I was thinking I would add that with some, I don't know. I can't tell you how to do your job, only you, like, you know. I just want to do Concord Pines. They can put me on phone privileges. I love being sober. I love working with them. It's a great team.
Well, if you love that so much,
I shouldn't have messed
why
up.
wouldn't you just go to Neocap? Because there you can be sober. In prison, you can't be sober.
And I could be sober in Concord Pines too.
Yeah, I know. You can't. Okay, you can't.
They
You can't
can-
always get what you want.
No, I can't, Your Honor. I'm just asking you to give me one more shot. This was a hiccup, and it won't happen again.
See, no, you want the shot that you want.
No, I want the shot that I know that's going to work for me.
Why don't we switch chairs and you can sit here and you can decide what you get.
No, I couldn't do
Okay.
your job. I'm stressed out enough just sitting here talking. I couldn't do it. I just want to thank you for giving me the chance in the beginning. If you don't send me back, I appreciate it, and it's my fault, and I own up to it. That's all I want to say, Your Honor. I wish you'd give me a chance again. It was a hiccup. It's in the start. I didn't run. I didn't catch a UA. I didn't do drugs. I didn't.
Keep telling me what you didn't do.
I did write a
They
letter.
gave you a bunch of things to do.
And I'm sober. And I love it. That's all I know.
Okay, next Wednesday, 10 o'clock.
So,